Hi guys.
Welcome to our channel. My name is Hannah,
I'm GLADYS.
and today we're going to be doing the siblings tag. Okay? So, yes, let's get started. Who is the oldest?
I'm older than her.
Oh, yes, she's older than me. And what was the last test you sent to each other?
I think the last test we sent to each other was a test. I bought a gift. And Hannah wants
The
her name to
question
be
was, what was the last test?
I know, but
Did he ask you what was-
building up to
Okay,
it.
fine.
I bought a gift and Hannah wants her name to be included in the gift. So I thought, okay, I'll include your name in the gift, but you kind of didn't bring your money. You know what I'm saying? So the last test was pretty much Hannah asking me, did you include my name in the gift? And I was like, I don't know.
Okay. What do you like and hate about your sibling?
What I hate about you?
And what you like about me?
I don't know. I think I like a lot of things about you. You're pretty cool.
Oh my god.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
But there's some things I wouldn't necessarily say I hate them. I think I'm more like don't like them. You
Yeah.
know, when you do it, and it's the fact that sometimes when you talk you yell.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you talk you yell, and I think that's something you can work on. I don't, like, it's not as if it's a hate, but it's just like you dislike.
Yeah. Okay. What I like about you? I don't know. I've never really thought about it. I mean,
But not thought about what you liked about me.
I like that you're friendly.
I am friendly.
It's like anyone that you come across, you can easily make friends with them.
I think the reason why I'm friendly is because I always want people to feel welcome. I always want people to feel warm. I always want people to feel like like they belong. So because for a long time I feel like when you go to a place or even a new place, and when you don't know people, you don't know what they're going through. So I always want someone to feel like it doesn't matter what you're going through, you should feel welcome, you should feel like you belong. So me being friendly is just my way of communicating that or expressing that to someone. And sometimes I can come out to be overly too friendly, but I don't mind.
Okay, so yeah, that's one thing I like about you. That's the only thing I can think of right now.
What did you
and
like
what
about
I
me?
don't like, I wouldn't really say hate, as you mentioned. Hate is a strong word. Okay, is that when you're on the phone, it's like everybody, like you shut down everybody.
When
no
I'm
one
on the-
matter
because-
because you're on the phone.
Because
literally.
when I'm on the phone,
But if somebody else is on the
me.
phone, you want them to answer you like right away.
Because
like, I don't like
first
that
of all,
about you.
I know, but when I'm on the phone though, I don't want you like distracting
But
me
you
or talking
distract
to
somebody
me
else when they're on the phone.
because when I'm on the, I think it's just a selfish reason when you're on the phone.
But yeah, that's what I don't like about you. Yes, you can definitely work on improving that. This is 2018.
Whatever.
please, okay, maybe you can have a signboard that says "Do not disturb." So
When
at
I'm
least
on the
we
phone,
all
definitely
know.
do not disturb. Especially-
Okay, my phone dropped. Describe each other in 3 words. It's kind of similar to what we just talked about, but
If I'm to describe you in 3 words, I think you are, when someone comes across you initially, they would not think you're caring, but you're a very, very caring person. You're very respectful, and and it can be you're very respectful, but you're also very confident. Sometimes confidence can be misunderstood as pride or arrogant, but the thing is, you're not prideful, you're not arrogant, you're just very confident. You know how to carry yourself. So I think I like that.
okay. You only mentioned 2 things at once. So what are the rest?
No, I said you're very confident, you're caring,
Okay.
and you are very supportive.
Oh, thank
Yes,
you.
you are very supportive.
Okay. You in 3 words, I think you are knowledgeable. Being the oldest and everything, I wouldn't really say you have answers to things. You know what I mean? You can never have someone like if someone comes to you for advice, you always know what to say. So that's something that I like about you, that I can describe you. Knowledgeable. I think you're funny.
I am funny.
You can be funny.
I'm very petty sometimes.
What else? I think you are know.
fact that you have to think about it, shouldn't that
That's
get me
what I'm
worried?
saying. I mean, maybe, perhaps, but I said you're funny. I said you're knowledgeable. Okay, what else? What else? What else? Come on, Hannah, think. Mm-hmm. You know how to cook. That's the only thing that came to my mind.
Wow.
She missed pretty
How
good
are
food.
we related?
I don't know. I asked the same question. All right. What is the next question?
Okay, I think I'm gonna ask, what was it like, before we came to the US? What was it like living in Africa? Like living in Nigeria, to be precise.
Compared to
Yeah,
compare.
what would you think, like, what was the difference living in Nigeria and living in America? What do you think is the difference?
Honestly, the difference is there. For me, one of the things that I like about having lived in Nigeria and living here is that I have the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? So I kind of understand how things work there a little bit. I came here when I was a little younger, so and then I understand how things work here. And then coming here, it was hard to adjust to the cultural differences. The things that people value back in Nigeria was not the same here. We value what are the things we value? We value togetherness, like family, community, that type of thing. We value food. We take pride in our traditions and stuff like that. And here is like, it's really not the same. Of course, apart from the other races who
but it's not like
cultures.
It's not the same. It's just that in America, life is too stressful. It's too straightforward. Like, it's like about the money.
Yeah.
And I feel like in Nigeria, it's a little bit, it's
More
a lot
relaxed,
more relaxed.
more chill.
People might not have all the money in the world,
but you
but
can
they
still
do
have
know how to
fun.
have fun.
Like here is that,
but this, I think one of the things I think was a major difference, maybe because I was young, is I feel like I had absolutely no care in the world.
In Nigeria,
and when I came
yes.
to America, it's like all of a sudden, like I had to worry about the bills and I had to worry about a whole lot of things. And it's just like when you're coming from Nigeria to America, you have to know that your parents place a lot of responsibility on you. Because they feel like you're coming to the land of opportunity where you should not mismanage or misuse the resources that has been given to you. And I feel like sometimes as Africans, or even as people who grew up in a place that was not in America, as people who partially grew up in somewhere else that wasn't America, I feel like it's something that you have to constantly deal with. You have to feel like you have to measure up to your parents' expectations. Yeah. And then because of that, it can make you to be so rigid that you forget to have fun sometimes.
Yes, definitely, I would agree to that.
What are some of the things that African parents, or most African, you hear like African kids or youth complain about, that you feel like should have been different or could be different or would be better if African parents changed the way, like they do things?
What could be better is African parents, they're not affectionate, like you don't know when your mom loves you, you don't know when your dad loves you. To them, loving you or saying the word I love you means calling you, so where are you, why not, that type of thing. Like sometimes you just want to hear your parents say I love you, I'm proud of you type of thing, but this is hard for them to say. And so sometimes you kind of you have to continue looking for a way to kind of get that from them, and they never really say it. And
I think at some point you become okay with not getting it. What I mean?
You live with it, and so it's like, so I think if African parents can just express how they feel, I know for sure that they're trying to be strong for the children, you know what I mean, to make it look like that they had it all together when they were younger and whatnot, but they fail to realize that number one, is different times now compared to when they were younger too, and also to the fact that the same expectations is not true anymore. Like the world has evolved,
and there has been a lot of changes.
They don't want to adapt to those changes, and it's kind of hard for us to relate with them in that aspect, because we are both thinking differently.
Yeah.
You know.
I think they could be a little bit more supportive. African parents can definitely be more supportive, and they can be more relatable. It's like, like they set this bar that they haven't even achieved it themselves, and it looks like they are auctioning out their dreams to their kids, which
Yeah.
is okay. If you feel like, okay, I gave up a lot of things for my kids, so I was not a doctor, so my kid can be a doctor. But what
It's
if
like
your
you're
kid
putting
doesn't?
pressure on
Yeah,
them
what if
to
your kid
be-
doesn't want to be a doctor? I feel like African parents are not relatable in the sense that you cannot think, okay, my mom did this or my dad did this, I can actually go to them for advice. You don't want to go to them for advice. You
Like,
cannot
I
ask
mean,
them
for
things.
if
they're not relatable. They're not like open to you. This, like they're a little bit more close-minded. I don't know if it is because they're trying to hide things. Or
yeah,
because they don't want
like
you to
for
see their
example, I mean,
weakness.
there are some people whose parents are they're close to their parents. Like for example,
Yeah,
if you
some
have a
people-
breakup now, and you can go to your mom and be like, oh,
Or
I
your-
just
or
broke
your-
up.
or
But there are
talk
some
to your
people
mom or your dad
you
about
can't go
it.
to your mom for a breakup because they'll be like, why did you even have a boyfriend in the first place? You should. And then once they know you had a boyfriend before, they're not gonna let you out of the house because then they will have all this preconceived notion that you're being with boys and all that. But so it's like we need help to deal with real life situations, but you really can't go to them
your
because
parents,
they'll
and
be
then
judgy
which makes
to
you go to your friends, and sometimes your friend might not have all of the knowledge.
yeah. So
And I think they can be more forgiving in the sense that they sometimes, when you do something, they forgive you, but they still give you those attitude that makes you feel like, like okay, I thought I thought you forgave me already, and I'm your child, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if you're forgiving me, forgive me. And I'm just sorry, I'm gonna go all Bible right now. I think those are some of the things that as Christians we struggle with, because how sometimes you tend to relate to God the way your parents or your earthly parents relates to you. And when when you find it hard to receive forgiveness from your parents, you tend to find it hard to receive forgiveness from God, even though God does not have a problem forgiving you find it hard to receive forgiveness from God. So I think they can be a lot more forgiving, they can be more supportive, and definitely could be more relatable. So yes, this has come to the end of our video for today, and we have a lot more interesting things planned out. Please subscribe, like, comment, send us your feedback, let us know what you think, and let us know some of the things you want us to address. This is very, very exciting, and I cannot wait for everyone to see what we have planned.
yes.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.